We are at our final dress rehearsal of Aladdin. The show is tomorrow, and oh my gosh, we're all like this. Ah! And Donna's like this. Ah! Okay, so welcome to Dirt Road Believer. I'm Tina. You may remember at the beginning of July, I showed you my fabulous cast of Aladdin, and here they are now. Hey guys! All right, so here's how this is gonna work. I'm gonna come up to you. I have no idea what they're going to say, but as soon as they say it, they're gonna go backstage and get ready for dress rehearsal. So what you got?
Chicken noodle soup.
Hi.
Hey, I can't hear them.
Hello.
These three are the filthiest beggars you've ever seen. Let me see your best beg. Oh, that's pitiful. Okay, go girl.
Go or you'll be dead.
I may have to edit that. I don't know. What are the YouTube rules about death threats? I don't know. Okay. Hey, if you've been gotten, go backstage. That's all she's got.
I don't know.
That's what she's got. Bring it, sisters. They're trying to be trendy. That's okay.
Hi.
Guards. Those are the gigglers from last time. Remember them?
I did not agree to this.
Play your flute. She is the fabulous flute player.
The Sultan is out.
Sultan out.
I grew a beard overnight magically.
Check out that beard. This is Jafar.
Squawk!
Squawk, that's Iago.
We're gonna do that's our finale.
Huh?
Turn around then.
Is
We're
that
turning
red
around.
light? Red light
Ready?
going?
Yeah,
Oh wait.
it is.
Wait, hold a sec.
That's our finale. K-Pop was below this valley.
That's not fair.
Okay, that's it.
Hi, I'm Aladdin.
Okay, hi Aladdin. No words from Hannah?
Hey besties, it's Bestie Anna here.
Last time
This
I
is
got
a fit check.
copyrighted because of all the music.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I'm the coolest bestie, you know.
I'm the funny character.
No, I am. She always wants to eat. These two always want to beat each other up, and I'm just angry that I'm not the leader. The whole time, I'm like, I want to be the leader.
All right, how are we holding up at the sound booth?
Pretty good now.
Where's your fez?
Can we lay hands on the sound system before we start?
Let's have prayer meeting over our sound system.
Over the sound system.
Tell them about your scare.
Well, we've had one mic transmitter go bad. We've had the one that they sent us doesn't work, which I'm gonna work with it tomorrow, see if I can get it to work.
Wait, the one we got today?
Yes, I can't get it to work. I'm gonna play with it tomorrow. We had a power strip to go bad, start sizzling, and everything was scary there for a minute. God, I hope this works.
It's gonna work.
Hey, we have favor. Jesus loves us. He will not let that go bad.
That's right.
So we're good to go, right?
That's right. We're good to go.
Okay. Ruru, any words?
Fezzes are cool.
They are my right arm. I could not do it without them. They're fabulous. All right, here we go. Welcome to today's devotion, My Testimony 101. And you know, our testimony is the #1 most effective tool that we have to bring people into the faith of Christ. And we should be sharing it every time we get the opportunity. There are weeks where sometimes I might share my testimony multiple times a day. Other weeks it might be every few days. But I think when we say sharing my testimony, we get an idea of standing behind a lectern and, you know, going back to birth. And I hope to change your mind about that just a little bit today. I have come to learn that sharing my testimony does not have to go all the way back to the beginning. And so I'm going to show you what it means to tailor your testimony. You can tailor your testimony. And so I'm going to give you, and then I'm going to give you the long version of my testimony, and then I'm going to give you the very short version of my testimony, just so that you can have an idea of different ways that you can go about sharing your testimony with people. Everybody's testimony is different. That's why it's yours and yours alone. That's what makes it so special and effective. So the most effective testimony are relevant. And what I mean by that is, let's say I hear a woman and she's talking about a problem that she's having in her marriage. Okay, that is the perfect opportunity for me to make my testimony relevant. You know, in my marriage, I have struggled with X, Y, or Z. And you know what? I couldn't handle it by myself. I couldn't do it. And so I went to the Lord, and here's what He taught me. And here's what He did in my marriage. Okay, relevant, okay? You have just heard what that person is saying, and you've identified, you know what, I've had the same problem, and by the grace of God, I was able to overcome it, and now this is what our marriage is now. So in any situation that someone has, you can tell what God has done for you. That's what our testimony is, what God has done in our life. Secondly, our testimony has to be current. We don't always have to go back to the day that we were saved. We want to make sure that we are telling what has God done for us lately. And so when I'm around someone, let's say they're struggling at work, okay, then this is I struggle at work too. I'm stressed out on my job, and this is how the Lord helps me to cope. Let's say that you know, you have a teenager that doesn't want to listen to you. Then hey, let me just share with you a Bible study that I'm doing with my teenagers right now, and it's really starting to open up the lines of communication between us. It's current, okay? You know, when we talk about making our testimony relevant, we want to make it relevant to someone it's actually going to be relevant to. My testimony is going to be relevant to another woman. I can use part of my testimony to be relevant to a teenage girl or to a young girl. I cannot make my testimony relevant to a man. And I just want to be real clear here. Nowhere, believers, should you be alone with the opposite sex, even sharing your testimony, especially if you are married, because just the appearance of that, I don't care if you are sharing Jesus with somebody, if you're sharing Jesus with a man, then another man needs to be there with you sharing. So we have to be very careful in that area. So these relevant and these current testimonies that I've just been sharing examples, these are like showing how God is involved in every detail of our life. There should be nothing that someone brings up, a struggle, a trial, a circumstance, that you can't somehow make relevant to what God's done in your life. And sometimes that can be a challenge, but that's kind of a fun challenge to me. And I always, even if someone doesn't want to listen, I can at least listen to their problem and say, you know what, I'm praying for you. Because that alone tells them that I believe that God listens to me, and I believe He can change things on our behalf because of a prayer life. So that alone, I'm praying for you. I want you to know that I'm praying for you. That in itself is a testimony. So very simply, guys, your testimony tells what God has done in your life. It's Saturday morning. It's the day of the show. We've got 2 shows today. And so I got it really early this morning to edit the video for today. And got to what you just saw, and the rest of the tidy little devotion I had planned missing. Never recorded, I guess. I don't know. That goes along well with the rest of my week. So talk about relevant and current testimonies. I'm just going to tell you what the Lord has done in my life just this week. I know the lighting is not great out here, but so this is the week. This is the toughest week of my whole year. I go back to school, getting the kids ready to go back to school, and I have dress rehearsal every night of the week. So from the time, and plus, you know, I still have everything else due, like putting food on the table and articles that I have due and everything else that goes along with life. So I went into this week already slightly, knowing that it might not go exactly as planned. And so I just find myself at the beginning of the week, literally just on my knees, hands to heaven. Lord, I need you. I need you in every situation. I don't care what happens. I need to show the world what you look like. And I'm going to need you to do that. And so, let me just tell you a few things that have happened in my week. And I'm probably leaving some stuff out. Let's see. When someone blessed me out and I should have felt worthless, God helped me without any bitterness or anger at all to say, you know what, I don't want you to feel that way. I don't want to make you feel that way. So what can I do to fix it? We had a challenge arise with one of our children that looked a little grim, and God put people in my path to sit down with me and help me figure that out, and we were victorious in the end. We had financial concerns arise this week, and we were like, okay, what are we going to do about this? I don't know, Lord. And Thursday, God put a $500 check in my hand. Friday, he made it possible for us to pay off a vehicle. Gosh, what else? Everything hits you when you have a show coming up. Challenges arise, things break. It has just been, we added a new household member this week. So now we have an additional person living with us. It's just everything came at me in every direction. And I think, you know what? If I was not a child of the King, I would be completely crumbled this week. I would not know which way was which. But you know what? I have lived this week with everything that's gone on, and I'm leaving a bunch of stuff out. But with everything that's gone on, I have lived with joy. I have lived with peace, because no matter what came, I kept reminding myself, you know what, God? I can't fail, not with you. So there is victory. There is victory. And, I'm physically tired from this week. You can probably tell from the bags under my eyes. But I just kept claiming that verse. You know what, God? I can run and not be weary. I can rise on eagle's wings because I have you to look to. So, sorry for the shaky voice. But that is my testimony. That is my current and relevant testimony from this week. And as I said, I had a nice, tidy 3-point little thing going on after what you saw. But, God says, not your will, my will. Not your will, Tina, my will. And so, my testimony goes back to when I was 9 years old, and not because of anything I did or I understood or, I was 9, but he put a calling, and I recognized I'm a sinner. And so I went before God and I asked, change me, make me new, make me like you. And he did, and I'm so glad. And I just want to encourage you, because there's a lot of ugliness around us. And God doesn't take that ugly and just ignore it. He takes that ugly and he turns it into beauty. He makes beauty from ashes. He turns mourning into gladness. So guys, I don't care what's going on. If you could peer into my life this past week, you would be like, oh yes, God can take it, and he can definitely use it for my good. He can take ugly things and turn it into beauty. And so my heart is just so grateful for all the gifts that have come this past week for me. And I couldn't have received those gifts or appreciated those gifts
without the struggles that I have been through. So guys, I mean, being a Christian, you're going to struggle. It's probably more than somebody who's unsaved because, you know, they don't recognize it as a hardship. So I just want to encourage you and tell you, Dirt Road believers, that I love you and thank you, Lord, for taking this devotion off road today, because I have so much to be grateful for in the Lord. Guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. Wish me luck on the performances today. I know they're going to do great. And I hope to see you next Tuesday for next Tuesday's devotion. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And until next time, slow down. Take the dirt road, believer.